Hope you're all doing well. Sorry it took me so long to get on northbound. Hopefully you're still online. A little late for opening wood. Curtis might be on. I forgot to turn on my side lamp here to give me a bit more light. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's bring it down just a wee bit. Bloody hell. There we go. Was a girl, what should I say? She was at me. She shouldn't have, isn't it good? Norwegian morning. Dang. My finger's stuck. Let's see. What I got here that I can do. Oh, there's the mirror. So that open. Wait, if I can just clear that piece of skin over there, it won't be able to connect to the strings. Do not try this at home. Go to work. They have insurance for this. I'm kidding, that's a horrible way of looking at it. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. I'm having a hard time with that right now. Ah, dang. I don't think that's plugged in right now, is it? Shucks. Okay. Actually, is this one plugged in? But this one's plugged in. Ah, no, that's not plugged in. Yeah, no, it's not plugged in. How are they all not plugged in? 3 bloody times. Sorry, guys. There we go. Must be weakly plugged in, so I better go check. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's no problem. So let's make sure everything's plugged in properly. So I don't want to be starting a fire. Well, in my room, anyways. Safety first, right? Sorry about that, guys. Hey, Tozy, how's it going? Hey, Chronic, how's it going, Carlos? I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her own, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. Thanks, brother. Let's switch to one of my electrics, but I've been meaning to actually restring both my electrics. I need to put a new E string on. Anyways. Messed that up. Let's try that again. I also have a couple of basses and a banjo, but I'm in the process of getting my banjo up and running again, so... Ah, dang. It's been a while since I've shredded, actually. Something I should practice more, to be honest with you. Yeah, I do like banjo. Actually, let's see how it's working right now, because the bridge kind of fell out on me, and I have gotten it back in. But I don't know if it's tuned or how well it's tuned or how well it's working. Let's give it a shot, because I haven't actually played it since I got that back in there. It's not quite perfectly tuned. Yeah. Let's see here. Because if I can find this here, I've got a tuner on here. If the bastard doesn't give me a fucking... Anything you seem to download these days, I hate it, because I love the sound of banjo. Everything you download these days always seems to... Oh, come on now, there it is. Come with ads, even though you've downloaded the darn thing. It's just so bloody annoying. I don't need an ad, I need a tuner. That's good enough, because that's always the worst one to tune. You know what? Still does not sound right though, and I'm a little worried. Okay, what do we think here? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Oh no, I'm doing it. I don't like that. I don't think it's tuned, to be honest with you, perfectly. That would be so cool, violin and banjo. That would be wicked. Loneliness makes me happy. But I'll actually look into that because I have not heard that one, but I will look into that. And do you play violin by chance, my friend? Because maybe we can do some kind of a collaboration. There's the word I'm looking for. Maybe we can do that song together. I'll have to look into the song because, as I said, I've never personally heard it, so I don't know if it's in the realm of my banjo capabilities because the banjo is one of my newer instruments, so I'm not as good at banjo, for example, as I am, say, the bass or the guitar, which is weird because the bass is actually a newer instrument compared to the banjo. But the bass is also so close to the guitar and tuning that, I mean, realistically, it helps. But I am gonna actually look into that song that you mentioned. I never held a violin. Yeah, it does sound like an awesome song. I'm gonna look into that. Loneliness makes me happy. Lost Dog Street Band. I've never heard of them, to be honest with you, because it sounds really amazing. I've personally never held a violin either, if I'm being entirely honest with you. But yeah. I did go to high school with a buddy though. He played a lot of violin, and he actually made a CD with the violin, and he had one or two other musicians who were backing him up on the guitar and maybe the mandolin. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but long enough that I don't remember. I only knew him. I didn't know the other people, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's the thing, because these two. So these 4 strings all seem in tune, but not with this one, and that's what's bugging the hell out of me right now. So I'm not going to play the banjo on this live stream, I think, just only because I had my bridge fall out lately, and I've just recently put it back in, but something tells me I'm going to have to do a little more fine-tuning to get the banjo working properly. So I'm going to switch over to some of my other instruments. Oh yeah. Only because I don't think that's going to work so well right now. Oh yeah. There we go. Now I can put this down and drop this. Make sure it's off. That's not pleasant. That's actually pretty loud, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna switch back to guitar though, because I'm more of in a guitar mood today. Play. Dobro. Agu. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Yeah, me too. I'm thinking I now know who this is, actually. Hey, Raman. Welcome back, brother. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, I remember who you are, brother. We were actually just chatting on one of my comments the other day, and I remember you mentioning that I couldn't find the white hat you liked. I don't know what happened to that. The Rolling Stones one there. But I always remember you, brother. And thanks for finding me, Chronic. I meant to actually tell you my channel, but I was yeah. I once had a girl, or should I say, she was a me. She showed me her road, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. Yeah, well, I'm not from Ottawa, but I'm from the Ottawa area, not too far from Ottawa. As if that's stuck on me all this time. Okanagan Valley. My last name actually means of the valley. Oh, sweet. That's pretty cool. Out in BC. Okay, I was gonna say Okanagan Valley sounds familiar, but I couldn't think of where I've heard about it. My dad lived in well, yeah, I think he lived in BC for a short while, but I had a girlfriend I was seeing for a while, and she ended up moving out to BC too. Cool. Oh, cool. Kelowna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard of Kelowna too. Isn't that pretty close to Vancouver and Burnaby and everything? Oh, cool, Roman. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I've lived in Toronto for a bit too, and I've never really been to Oshawa. I've heard of Oshawa. I don't think I've, to my memory, I don't remember being on Oshawa, but I've been in a lot of places, so I don't know. Duh, you know. 4 hours away from Kelowna. That's pretty cool. Good to know. Good to know. I've just learned a bit more geography. Okay, so a little further than I thought then, yeah. It's a little harder on acoustic. Anywho, hope you're all doing well. Thanks, Brandon, Brandy. I'm just fooling around a bit, to be honest with you, but I appreciate it. It's I like to practice here and there, but I kind of always, that's my issue. I always fidget around with a lot of these solos and the intros and the, you know, whatever, and then get sidetracked. I have a hard time playing through full songs a lot of the time. Yeah, you can actually do that on YouTube. That'd be pretty cool. Like I figured you know you can probably figure something out, but I've never really figured out how to arrange that on live stream, to be honest with you. But that would be pretty awesome, though. Then again, I'm kind of surprised I don't busk in real life, but that would be pretty cool, though. I actually have a Facebook group for musicians called the Worldwide Musical Society, and it's not a huge group yet, but for people who like to listen to music or play music or want to teach music or learn music, I think it's 1,000 subs and 3,000 watch hours, and then you can donate and becomes paid. That'd be cool, eh? Yeah, good to know. What country do you live? I live in Canada, Ontario, Canada. Uh, uh, oh, sweet. I don't think I've ever known anyone from Saskatchewan. That's pretty cool, or that I can remember. Actually, no, I have a buddy I grew up with, and I think he lived in Saskatchewan for a short bit, but I thought it was Alberta, but could have been Saskatchewan. I know a YouTuber that I'm pretty sure is in Saskatchewan, though. Although I can't guarantee that one. Have you heard of Slightly Stupid? Not that I can remember, to be honest with you. Sweet guitar, and they got a sweet guitar only album called Live and Direct. I haven't heard of them, to be honest with you, but I kind of want to check those guys out, though. I'll definitely check that out. That does sound pretty interesting. Definitely, I kind of want to really check that out, to be honest with you. I hope you're all doing well. Anything you guys want to listen to? Neil Young. There's a tough one. I'm trying to think of a Neil Young song that I can. Neil Young. Because I've listened to a lot of Neil Young, but it's. Holy schmoly, I shouldn't be having this hard of a time. Neil Young, Neil Young, Neil Young, Neil Young. Wasn't there a something like a diamond or a Oh my god. I, for the life of me, can't think of a. Let me see here. I'm just going to use my backup phone and maybe see what shows up because I am having a real brain fart right now. It's been that long since I've listened to Neil Diamond. Oh, yeah. Maybe you can put in the letters I need. Yes. Solitary Man. Forever with Blue Jeans. Trying to think of a. Again, girl. Jeez, it's been so long since. I'm pretty sure that is not a Neil Young song. Oh, you're showing me a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I can't think of one off the top of my. Oh, no way, you're a drummer? That's pretty wicked. I have a drum set, but if I'm being entirely honest with you, I have not really practiced on it a whole lot yet, so I would not call myself a drummer by any means. I got the drums because I want to start making music, but yeah, I'll be honest, I would not consider myself a drummer, although I want to start practicing and becoming a drummer, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I have played a couple of times. I just by no means would call myself a drummer. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest. Like I can pull it off, but I was gonna say I kind of thought it'd be kind of a cool idea to collaborate with other musicians, and maybe make like an online band where we can meet on Zoom or we can play online or whatever, and kind of make our own music and maybe be like the first online multicultural band that's never actually met each other. You know what I mean? I always thought that'd be kind of cool if you're interested. But being a drummer, I do have a Facebook group I've made called the Worldwide Musical Society if you're interested for other musicians. And I do have musicians from around the world so far joining. I've got one from Norway for sure, a couple from the States, here in Canada as well. I've got I feel like I've got one from Africa somewhere, but I can't remember for sure. I've got somebody from it's not a huge group by any means yet, but it's starting to grow, and there are people from around the world in it if you're interested. The Worldwide Musical Society on Facebook. But yeah, if you ever want to do like if you ever want to do like a collaboration, I'd be down. You know. Oh, let's get rid of that. Oh, come on, you. Give that a quick tighten. I think that's what's causing most of the issues. And again, I'm also playing an acoustic guitar through a bass amp, so I mean. Oh yeah, and just for a heads up, every once in a while, I'm thinking of getting a Wi-Fi extender. Every once in a while, my phone has an issue connecting to the Wi-Fi. So if I start to like lag out, or if I get disconnected or stop for a minute, that's probably what's going on. Just for a heads up. It's a lot harder to do on an acoustic. Okay, that's good. That's good. But yeah, I'd give you the heads up because I know once in a while it will stop, and I've actually went back to look at some of my live streams where people have said something was going on. You can really see it starting to kind of I don't know how to explain it. You know, you would probably understand what I'm talking about. Just goes all glitchy and weird, and sometimes cuts out, and it's annoying. But then, oh well. Hope you're all doing well. That does not sound right, does it? Sorry, guys. Although this is a huge jump and a leap from my first actual instrument that wasn't a kid's toy. I started off on a baritone and a tuba, so I mean, that was in school, but that was fun. Just a wee. I'm happy with that. Hey, Brandy, welcome back. Hi, Dan. What time are we at? Yeah, 20 after 5. It's not too late. My gosh, is it the phone on there today? Hey. Knock, knocking on heaven's doors. I'm not good at singing and playing at the same time. There's a few songs I can pull it off, but not all of them. Something I want to practice more though. Uh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is that right? Dang. Messed that up a wee bit. That was something I was just thinking of playing too. I can't remember. Oh. I wish I knew more than that, but I've actually just I picked that song up mostly by ear, so I'm kind of surprised I learned that much of it. I should actually learn the more. It's not necessarily that it's an uber hard song. It's just there's so many notes in it that you know. Thanks. It's not that it's a super hard song. It's the same with a lot of the songs I've learned. Like I'm not gonna say there have been a few songs I've learned off of YouTube. I'd be a liar to say I haven't learned anything off of YouTube. But I mean, like when I first started playing, I had somebody, my dad and somebody else, teach me a couple of notes and a couple little simple jigs like this. I mean, and then I had another buddy that showed me how to bring that up the neck. Which you can do just about anywhere. But I mean, a lot of the stuff I learned for the first year or two, since I didn't have the internet back then, was by ear. You know what I mean? Until I actually started, like, I learned the White Stripes by ear. You know. There was 2 or 3 other songs by them I've picked up by ear, but then I've lost it just because that's the thing. I tend to do that where I'll pick it up by ear and then I move on to other songs and then I forget previous songs I've learned. Like, for example, one song I used to play all the time was Fly at Night by Chilliwack. And yeah, I used to play it all the time when I was a teenager, and God forbid you think I can remember how to play it now. It's been over 15 years since I've played it, you know what I mean? I G and A or something like that. I forget exactly what it was, but it's not even that it was super difficult. I just don't remember how I played it. Maybe that's what I'll do a little later on after the live stream, is try to pick that up again. What's that girl? Should ask. Oh, excuse me. I once had a girl. I once had a girl. What should I say? She once had me. She showed me how wrong. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. I don't remember the words to this song. Oh, just me. Man, this would be so much easier with the electric. But I love ZZ Top, though. Mm. I'm kind of spacing on what I want to play today. Alright, I do with my capos? I don't know what I'll find that box a little later. Ah. Hope you're all doing well, though. I don't know why my nose all of a sudden started to run. 5:32. Not too late, I guess. Yeah, but in the next week or two, for anyone who might be watching that's a subscriber, I'm probably going to do another foraging video this weekend since I haven't done a winter foraging one yet. And I am getting back to the medical Mondays. Sorry, I've missed so many of them so far. It's been like 2 or 3 in a row since I've done a medical Monday. So I'm going to get back to that one. Should have one of those done by Monday, and I'm hoping to also get, if I'm lucky, a foraging video this weekend because I got Friday off. So I might get that done this weekend as well. So something to look out for. Granted, winter foraging is pretty scarce compared to summer foraging, fall foraging, that sort of thing, but there is still possibilities out there. Granted, not as many, and maybe not things you're excited to eat, you know what I mean? But as Bear Grylls, not Bear Grylls, sorry, as Les Stroud once said from Survivor Man, there's the gots twos, and there's the wants twos and the gots twos. There's the things you want to eat and the things you gotta eat in a survival situation. And you never want to be in that situation, but when you are, if it ever happens, because it doesn't happen to everybody, you do what you gotta do to make it through. But isn't that the truth in life, though? God dang. Took out my 12 string from Cuba. Oh, that is so wicked. I wish I had a 12 string. I really wish I had a 12 string. Honestly, I'm thinking that might be my next instrument. Because I've already got acoustic guitars, I've got electric guitars, I've got acoustic electric guitars like this one. I've got at least 2 or 3 of these. I've got the banjo, as you've seen earlier, if you were here at that point. I've got the drum kit in the room next door here, same as just across the hall here. Then I've got well, a few bongos, I guess, to go with it, a drum bell, vibra slap, if you've ever heard of that. I actually don't even know where that is right now. But I know you've heard the vibra slap. If you've ever heard Crazy Train, you've heard the vibra slap. You know, in the beginning where it's like dun 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 I dun 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 dun. That vibration is the vibra slap, and I got one, but I've just lost track of what I've done with it. I haven't fucking played around with it for. Oh, right here. Hey, you son of a gun. So, for any of you who've never actually seen a vibra slap in real life, this is what a vibra slap typically looked like. And it's got this weird shaped handle on this end. If you look inside this cowbell looking thing, I see if I can get. There's all these little metal teeth in there. Just a bunch of little metal teeth sort of thing, you know what I mean? And that's what makes the vibra slap make that Aussie sound. Just so if you ever wondered where that's coming from, and you could tighten this so it's shorter or longer, if you know what I mean. You know, so there's ways you can kind of adjust it a bit depending on the sound you're going for. So I love this thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, I've had a few people laugh at my laugh, actually. Actually, you reminded me, funny story. I remember this one time, because I used to work at KFC too, and because I've worked quite a few different jobs, and I was working at KFC for a couple of years there, and I remember this one time I was on front cash there, and I got a British lady who came in, right? And I've always loved the British accent. There's something about it that's just, it sounds amazing. And for some odd reason, she said something that kind of made me smirk and chuckle a bit. Because the British accent, I don't know why, it just makes me smile, and once in a while I kind of laugh. Not in a mocking way, just I love the sound of it is the thing, right? And I kind of chuckled a bit, and then she kind of chuckled, so I started to laugh. And then she thought my laugh was funny, so she started to laugh at me, right? But then I started to laugh at her British laugh, and then we just sat there kind of trying to talk to each other for 5 minutes, but laughing at each other instead. It was pretty hilarious. I thought it was, kind of an unexpected scenario. It's a very unique laugh for sure, you know what I mean? Hi, hi. Oh, dang. I feel like, oh yeah, and I also have a keyboard that I meant to mention. I've just recently gotten a keyboard too. So I guess I've gotten that. So I've pretty much got a rock band set up so far. I got a harmonica hidden around somewhere too. So yeah, I've pretty much got a blues rock band set up basically. But as I mentioned earlier, if you were around, the drums one of my newest instruments, and honestly something I haven't quite practiced a whole lot of yet. So I would not consider myself a drummer, but something I do plan on practicing on and using to make awesome music, I'm hoping. Between all the other instruments, of course. Anyways, guys, it's been a fun time hanging out with you. So you think you can tell? Oh yeah, you know that song then. Uh, I love Pink Floyd. It's one of my dad's favorite bands, actually. So you think you can tell? Again, one of those. This is a song I wish I could play and sing at the same time. But you too, Chronic. It's been awesome to chat with you, Carlos. It's been awesome meeting. But yeah, it's getting pretty close to supper time for me here, and yeah, I've got a few one or two things I wanted to do before I got to supper, and then I still wanted to get a post or two scheduled for one of my groups. But I'm probably gonna show up for another live stream maybe later on tonight, 8 or 9 o'clock ish my time. So like 3 or 4 hours from now maybe. But if anybody happens to want to come back and chat or play or jam or discuss where you're from or discuss gardening ideas or gardening advice or medical curiosities. I'm not going to say I'm a doctor because I'm not, but my dad used to be an emergency medical technician and his father was a paramedic, so they ran a business together. So I had a lot of books to read growing up. So I have actually diagnosed things if you're interested. Awesome. I'm looking forward to more streams. Me too, my friend, and I hope to see you again because you've been awesome to chat with, and you've actually given me a few songs I've never heard of. It's been awesome to chat with you, Chronic Carlos. Do YouTube? Maybe I'll check you out a bit and see if you've got any YouTube videos. I noticed somebody else just showed up. I do apologize. You kind of caught me on my way out. I'm about to get ready for supper shortly and get a few things done beforehand, but I am going to show up in 3 or 4 hours, 8 or 9 my time. I'm going to do another live stream. But thanks for showing up, guys. Thanks for all the chatting, all the likes. It's been well appreciated. Slightly stupid. Yeah, I definitely want to look into that, actually. I'm definitely going to look into that. You mentioned something else that I can't remember what it is right now, but I screenshotted it so that I can remember it because I know I've got a horrible memory. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. It's been awesome chatting. It's been awesome playing for you guys, and it's been awesome meeting you all. I hope you're all doing well, and take care out there in the valley and out in the world. Have a good night, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. I am coming back. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you soon.